Save the Children is a leading child rights development organization globally and working in Bangladesh for over 40 years. Our vision is a world in which every child attains the right to survival, protection, development, and participation. Our mission is to inspire breakthroughs in the way the world treats children and to achieve immediate and lasting changes in their lives. Our program activities are focusing on education, child protection, child rights governance, health and nutrition, food security and livelihoods, humanitarian, and HIV and AIDS. Every year, with ever-increasing reach and network of national and international partners, our programs are expanding rapidly with innovative and diversified activities to bring us more closer to achieving Save the Children's goal to bring the lasting changes in the lives of children.
Accountability is a core value for Save the Children. It derives from the fact that we respect the rights of beneficiaries. Beneficiaries have the right to be heard and the right to participate. The gold standard for a Save the Children program is a program where beneficiaries are involved in the design of the program, where they're involved in the implementation of the program, where they're involved in the monitoring of the program, where they are fully aware of the budget for the program, and where they have the right to raise and get timely, accurate responses to any concerns that they may have.
What process we followed? Consultation with the project team, consultation at the field to find suitable mechanisms for information sharing and feedback, complaints collection, develop necessary materials to set up accountability mechanisms, staff's capacity building on setting up accountability mechanisms, implement information sharing and feedback, complaint mechanisms at community level, regular collection of feedback or complaints and entry into the database, responding back to beneficiaries, stakeholders on the feedback or complaints received.
Promoting and strengthening accountability to ensure program quality is a key component of the meal rollout and implementation in Save the Children Bangladesh. Accountability components have been developed in an inclusive participatory approach to make sure that we have those elements in all of our projects and programs across Save the Children's work in Bangladesh.
Accountability in practice covers 5 components. These are regular, timely and accessible information sharing, participation, discussing together, deciding together and working together, proactively seeking feedback from children and communities and handling their complaints, monitoring, evaluating and learning, building staff competencies for accountable programming. The process started with the consultation workshop in Dhaka. Representatives from partner organizations and Save the Children thematic areas actively participated in that consultation workshop. The purpose of that consultation was to share the components of accountability mechanism and prepare field-level consultation plan. Field-level consultations were organized in different project locations. The main objective of all the consultations were to gather opinion of children, adults and project staff on possible mechanism of information sharing, handling feedback and complaint. The findings from all the consultations were analyzed and a final set of mechanisms for information sharing, handling feedback and complaint was prepared. Several materials such as accountability handbook, project-specific leaflet, information flex sheet, feedback and complaint recording form, feedback and complaint box and materials for accountability volunteers were produced to start field-level orientation for project staff and community-based accountability volunteers. Project staff and community-based accountability volunteers were oriented in each location by MEAL team. The main objective of all the orientations were to equip them with the tools, material required to implement information sharing, feedback and complaint mechanism. Aisha Khatun is a community-based accountability volunteer working in Meherpur program. She works closely with program implementation team and participates in discussions with children and adult groups at different locations of Meherpur program. Aisha shares project-specific basic information during her interactions with adults and children groups. She also informed them about the methods to share feedback and complain about project activities. At the later part of the discussion, she collects feedback and complaints from participants related to project activities. After collection, she shares the format with her line supervisor for quality check and to be submitted to Project Meal Focal Point to enter the information in the database. Meal Focal Point enters the information in an Excel database and detailed report is shared with respective staff for further actions. The response on the recorded complaint or feedback was then shared with adults and children in the next meeting.
জবাবদিহিতা আমাদের সেভ দ্য চিলড্রেনের যে 5টি কোর ভ্যালু আছে তার মধ্যে একটি অ্যাকাউন্টেবিলিটি যদি আমাদের প্রকল্পে আমরা যদি বাস্তবায়ন করতে পারি এটি প্রোগ্রাম অ্যাসেসমেন্ট থেকে শুরু করে আমাদের প্রোগ্রাম ডিজাইন থেকে শুরু করে তাহলে আমরা দেখব যে কি কি সুবিধা আছে আমরা যদি সমস্ত তথ্য যদি আমরা দেই যে এই প্রকল্পে এই কার্যক্রমের জন্য এত টাকা বরাদ্দ কি করব কতদিনে করব তাহলে এটা কমিউনিটির লোকজন এটাকে মনিটর করতে পারে অ্যাকাউন্টেবিলিটি আলোকে যদি আমরা এই প্রকল্প বাস্তবায়ন করি তাহলে আমাদের এই যে দাতা গোষ্ঠীদের কাছে আমাদের স্বচ্ছতা আমাদের জবাবদিহিতা কতটুকু বেশি সেটি কিন্তু আমাদের সংস্থা এবং এই প্রকল্পের গ্রহণযোগ্যতা অনেক একটা বাড়িয়ে দেবে এবং তারা বুঝবে যে আমরা কতটুকু সহজ সঠিকভাবে আমাদের প্রত্যেকটা রিসোর্স আমরা আমাদের সুবিধাভোগীদের জন্য ব্যয় করছি
Monitoring is key part of accountability mechanism implementation. Meal unit members have conducted several monitoring visits to monitor the process and progress of accountability activities at different field locations. The findings from the monitoring visits were shared with respective team members for further improvement of the implementation of accountability activities. Periodic refresher trainings were conducted for field team on tools and mechanisms of accountability implementation. These trainings help them to strengthen the confidence level of field staff in the process of accountability mechanism implementation. Review and reflection of accountability initiative was carried out by Meal Unit, and the purpose of this exercise was to critically look at implementation mechanism. Learning from this exercise has helped Meal Unit in scaling up accountability mechanism across the programs at Save the Children in Bangladesh.
আমি আগে গাওলা ইউনিয়নে কাজ করতাম সেখানে অ্যাকাউন্টেবিলিটি এই প্রোগ্রামটা ছিল না কিন্তু যখন আমি আটজুড়িতে এসে দেখলাম যে এখানে অ্যাকাউন্টেবিলিটি জবাবদিহিতাটা আছে তখন এখানে এসে দেখি যে বেনিফিশিয়ারিরা বা আমাদের সদস্যরা তাদের মতামতগুলো বা অভিযোগগুলো যখন আমাদের কাছে বলে আমরা তখন সেটা লিখিত আকারে অফিসে পাঠাই এবং তার একটা সমাধান হয় আর যেগুলো আমরা সমাধান করতে পারি সেগুলো আমরা সঙ্গে সঙ্গেই তাদের যদি কোনো তথ্য হয় তাহলে সঙ্গে সঙ্গেই দিয়ে দেই বা যদি তাদের পরামর্শগুলো আমরা নিয়ে অনেক সময় আমাদের অনেক প্রোগ্রামের তারা যেটা চাচ্ছে আমরা যদি সেটা সমাধান করতে পারি তাহলে আমরা সেটাই তাদের মতামতগুলো শুনি এখন এই জবাবদিহিতার ফলে তারা এটা বলতে পারে তাদের মতামতগুলো দিতে পারে বা আমাদের বিরুদ্ধে যদি কোনো অভিযোগ থাকে তাহলে সেটা তারা বলতে পারে সুতরাং এটা একটা খুব ভালো দিক
Save the Children is fully committed to ensuring accountability throughout every one of our programs in Bangladesh.
The principles of accountable programming are not new. They are part of the basics of good quality programming practice, and we are doing them already to varying degrees. What we want to ensure is that they become systematically embedded in our ways of working. This program accountability guidance video brings together practical and tested guidance to help our program to put accountability into practice.